I'm writing this down here. So I'm quiet because I'm like writing everything you said.
No,
So,
it's
talk
fine.
about mindset,
And habits.
and then habits and strategies, like keeping the books, and why, not just how to do the quarterly taxes, but why is
But why it's important.
yeah, the whys and the hows. So those are all great.
And I think people don't know that they have a problem. So it would be good for you to present that they have a problem in a way of, you're so educated about the tax laws. So did you know, as a small business owner, you can do this to benefit your taxes and increase your income? Not that, I'm not suggesting anything incorrect, but the facts, there are so many facts and laws that business owners can take advantage of that that we don't.
I like that. Did you know? That could be, yeah. Did you know?
At the end of every course, did you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
Okay.
envisioning it.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you how to do it.
Oh no, this is what I want,
Did
because
you know?
like with anyone else, you have the information in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, this is what I think they need to know, but what do they really want to know? So this is exactly why I'm here. So please, I appreciate this.
So now I'm going to do something that's probably totally inappropriate, but if you had Erin as a guest speaker, when should you be an LLC? What's the benefit of that between being just a doing business as, or what's an S Corp compared to a C Corp? Like, what's the best choice for you? Erin could probably be a guest speaker in your class.
I could do it. I will say, I am
without
not,
her asking her anything, just totally
Yeah.
throwing her on the spot here.
I could do it. I could provide, I could do a general,
High level view
type of thing. I don't routinely help people set up their businesses. I could do it though.
No, but for you, Erin, I think it's a great way to just make connections.
Mm-hmm.
You're positioning yourself as an expert, and even though that's not what you want to do, that's not the law that you want to practice, doesn't mean that you
businesses are very important assets.
Yeah.
So in order to learn how to help people best protect them, I've had to learn about the different structures and what's best for, whom and why.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Like Carlene's an S Corp. I have no idea why she picked that.
I'm a PLLC. I picked it for a certain reason.
Yeah.
We all pick our business types because we think that they're the right ones, and sometimes we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned it because I set myself up and I had to learn why, and I had to figure it out. But I would like to, I would still like to help other people do that, because to me, it's kind of, well, I wouldn't say simple, but it's something that, there's kind of a legal formula for it. And if I had had someone helping me do it, I wouldn't have made the mistakes I made and gotten my application rejected. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. I even did it as, I even made mistakes as a relatively educated attorney who passed the bar exam, setting up my business. So just the practical steps are important to know too.
Yeah, because you got a degree in law, not in bureaucracy, right?
Exactly. Oh my God, what is a stupid bureaucratic mistake? So
in addition
shocking.
In addition to the course, believe it or not, I actually want to do a podcast, and that's part of my fourth quarter goal is
good.
Get the podcast off the ground. So
I'll subscribe.
So what Linda just said, Erin, having people on, like if I work, because basically it will be side gig to CEO, taking your business.
Excellent.
I could networking.
Yes. So what
I
type
totally could do
of
that.
people would you guys want to hear? What kind of guests would you like to hear on the podcast? Like, so we talked about an attorney, obviously. So maybe someone talking about mindset. Are there any other potential guests you would like to see on this kind of podcast like that?
Marketing. Networking, which Linda could do, and also marketing, which I think are different things.
They are.
What if you had a podcast that was brainstorming with another accountant? That would be a powerhouse of information for someone listening.
Yeah, you could go back and
forth. You could have another accountant on as a guest.
That's actually,
you know what might be interesting.
Taxes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Taxes.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, maybe a CPA that does taxes.
Yes.
For Erin's benefit, I just gagged.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. Okay.
See, the hot seat is not as scary as you thought, is it?
Yeah, no, actually, I was really scared, but then this morning I did get excited because I'm like, okay, this is going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
And if you want to, Carlene, this is just an aside, brainstorm on how to, on the technical needs of your podcast, I would be happy to do it. I've had 2 podcasts in the past. So I would be happy to help you
There's an expert in
figure
everything.
out what you would need to do. My husband was the tech guy. I was just the editing person. I edited the podcast and produced it, and he put it up, but I know what he did. So we can
Thank you.
talk about it if you want to do that.
Yeah, completely. And I'm seeing all the chat. So Kalula, will you say the chat afterwards? Because I'm definitely okay, great. Because I'm seeing things pop up. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yes, and I was going to say, I actually know somebody I work with does podcast coaching as well. He has a very
Ooh.
successful podcast, and
Maybe he could be a
he
guest
does coaching on it.
Jonathan.
Who is it?
No, it's not Jonathan. It's actually
that's Jonathan?
Jeremy Todd with the Positive Side podcast. He's got like 10,000 followers on Facebook, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love podcasts.
Yeah.
too.
It's a great one,
Self-improvement podcasts are like my
That's
candy.
what his is, the Positive Side podcast.
That's
It's a
excellent.
really great one. He's a fantastic guy.
Yeah, there's so many podcasts about how to make money, how to get to that first $1 million. It's like, well, what do I do with that million when I get it? So I want to make sure I kind of
Exactly.
fill in that
So
gap. that's not
Carlene
already
can help
there.
you count it.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't get in trouble. So another thing I thought about was the Facebook group, and I know there are so many out there, and I don't know if it's like if I even should even bother with that, because there is so much out there, or would anyone even want to have some of this information kind of in bit pieces in a Facebook group, or is it just, I know I'm in a ton and I don't even see them all in my feed, so
I don't either.
yeah.
I almost think you might be better just to have a Zoom regular meeting, which anybody could jump on, and then you could record and just post that on Facebook.
Okay.
Or just the
Or
podcasts.
you could post it in your podcast feed. Like, this is our live Zoom coaching event. And when it's done, you can upload it to the podcast as our live, like, I don't know.
And you know, on Zoom, it does the visual, like what we're all looking at, but then there's an MP3 version of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is. So like 3 a month are like interviews or whatever, and then you have a once a month Q&A podcast.
Yeah.
You guys are both so awesome. Okay.
You know, it's so funny too, because did you ever hear that you're really a summation of the 5 people you spend the most time with?
Yeah.
Yes,
So I'm like awesome by association. I'm so excited.
we're all awesome by association.
I was just gonna say, because Carlene, Linda, and I are like follow each other. And Jenny, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Jenny, I forgot you were there because she's so quiet. But like, there's just like the 4 of us are always together, no matter where. We're there, and then Christine comes in. You know, she's there with
Yeah,
us
but I like
on
to
other
say
Zooms.
Tammy's stalking me because she just shows up at every meeting that I go to.
I know.
Right, you've
You know
been- you've
what?
been coming in
Tammy
after
and
me.
I are always at the same meetings. It's so weird. And Tammy, I always see you. And we haven't ever had a one-on-one or anything,
Oh, you need
but
to
it's
No, we
like,
haven't yet.
you're always there.
I'm usually the first one on waiting.
I know.
And who's not on this call for me is Wendy and Bess. They're part of my tribe too. They're like Team
Yes.
Linda every day of the week. They're so cool.
Okay.
And Carlene, I was just thinking of Lori Hill with Passion Quest has an ideal client that you would. So she deals with mainly business owners that are transitioning from, and somebody help me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah, corporate America to their own gig. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
99 or their own business. And so that would also be another client that you would need to target. So you two could be potentially referral partners.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Lori Hill, I will definitely reach out to her.
She has a networking group on Thursdays.
Franklin
Or
Area Referral Mastermind.
Yeah.
I can put the
or
link.
a-
I can put the link to the Zoom. I have the Zoom meeting link readily available.
I think they stopped doing Zoom now, Erin. Last I talked to Lori, I think they were going live again. No?
No, we're
it's
doing
still
Zoom.
on Zoom.
I
Oh,
hope
okay.
not. I'm supposed to be speaking there like
Nope.
2 weeks from now. I hope they're
Okay,
not stopping
Kalua.
Zoom.
Way to
Uh,
go.
When I talked to her last time, she told me they were going live.
It's just
They
one.
tried to.
They had a one
did.
session, that was all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and just public service announcement, when the world is appropriately meeting live, we're still going to have every group at least meet once a month on Zoom to connect with people who don't feel comfortable meeting in person. We're going to be very
Oh, that's
sensitive to
nice.
that. Yeah. Tammy, for example, needs to always be a Zoom thing. So I can't not network with her. That's crazy. Can't be without Tam. So, and other people have location issues. Like Christy's super far. She's not going to drive for an hour to come meet with us. And we have to see her beautiful face. So, you know, the Zoom thing is not going away anytime soon. It just might be more of like 50-50, you know, sometimes in face and sometimes on Zoom. And Anna will meet face to face sometime soon, right, Anna? At some point?
I'm sorry.
But you're going to meet face to face, but you'll still jump on Zoom, right?
Absolutely, because our meeting is actually the same time as this one. So
Right.
even Christy and I wanted to drive our meetings the same time. So it's nice to be all together.
Yeah, yeah.
Arlene, one of the things I was thinking about too is you and I have a lot of similarities, like where the woo-woo meets the pragmatic.
Right.
And so I was also thinking like Business Boost people, like there might be good referrals.
Yeah,
Referral
Kalula
stream.
should be a guest speaker. Well, he just
No,
put
no,
it
no.
out.
Actually, I was thinking Carlene should be a guest speaker for Business Boost, even like
That's
as
actually-
a bonus kind of.
Well,
That's
Wendy's using her as a guest speaker today. I can't wait to talk to her today.
That is one of the things I thought would be a good way to reach out to other business coaches, because they're teaching their people how to grow their businesses, and then having that financial piece that sometimes is missing from those.
Yeah.
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 Well, you can't
There are
offer what
two
you don't
skill
have.
Colleen, I have a-
sets. Go ahead, Kayla.
Sorry, Kay.
Hey, Carlene, I have a thought for you. How about including Laura as a guest speaker? She has such delightful pearls of wisdom to bring to the table that it's beyond just business. Because for me, the things that she said have helped me, well, not only with the business side of things, but also with my clients, which is crazy as it sounds. But Laura can add a different perspective.
Yeah, anyone in this group right now who wants to be a guest, please just, I'll have my contact in there.
So I'm nominating you, Laura.
Yeah,
Thank you,
definitely.
Kayla.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
spoke
And
with
don't
Laura.
forget, Laura has a really cool accent, so it sounds
Oh,
great.
yeah, that's nice.
I hope I'm more than just my accent.
No, but that is a nice little cherry on the sundae, miss.
And Carlene, I'd actually written down that I was going to message you about getting in touch with Laurie about speaking to the farm group as well, because I think it would be good for you.
Awesome.
And
Thank
good
you,
for
I
the group.
appreciate that. Yeah, we can get Jenny speaking as well, because she knows all about branding. She see her face just popped up. Yeah, we can get you speaking, Jenny.
We're working on that.
Did
We're
you see
working
that
on her.
face? She's like, But yes, I would love to speak to the farm group. And of course, Laura, you and I have had a conversation, so I'd love to have you on my podcast. So now I'm excited, now that I've said it out to the world. So I'm in someone's group. A lot of you may know Paul Maskill, the Triangle Business Owners Group.
Yeah.
I'm in his
Okay.
group. And so when I was mentioning that I was working on my fourth quarter 12-week goals, and he goes, there's a podcast in there? Because I said last quarter I was going to do it. So now that I've told all of you, I'm forcing myself to actually, because it was in my head for a long time, but now that I'm speaking it out, you guys can help hold me accountable to get this
Yeah.
podcast off the
Well,
ground.
and then, of course, I'm going to be an impetuous child and say, "When's my turn? When's my turn? When's my turn?"
Exactly.
She will.
Yeah.
Carlene,
Part
one
of
of
my
the things too, I think, yes, it is, to maybe get out to people is that you're there for them, whatever their level. Like, so for the person who is saying, I don't make enough, or I don't have enough business, or I only make, 4,000 a year or something like that. Okay, great. I have this, 2-session training thing to show you how to get set up. And so that people realize, oh, there is something for me besides a full scale,
Right.
business consultant, just that there's other things to meet people where they're at.
Yeah, and you want an organized way to keep track of your legal deductions of expenses that you should be mindful of, and it's not just mileage.
You got to tell them no more spreadsheets.
Yeah. Well, and people get afraid of tax time because they're trying to figure out where all the stuff is, and if you have it in one place, tax time is a little less taxing because you're not as stressed out. Yeah, exactly. So, well, yeah, I have like 4 pages of notes. So I thank you, Elise, a lot. This has been great. So.
Yeah, and we still have 5 minutes left of the meeting. Super
Yeah.
productive.
Feel free to ask any questions of me because you answered everything that I wanted to talk about. Oh, I do have one more question. I don't have a mock-up of my new website for Psychic the CEO. I got the domain name a long time ago. But if you were to go to, I know some websites can be overwhelming with information, but if you were to go to a website, like what would you want to see? Would you want to see everything that I do? Do you want to see videos, testimonials? Do you want to just see click here to set an appointment? What kind of information would you even want to see on a website?
Can I even just make a suggestion?
Yes.
Allison Darwin, who comes to this group, she's actually putting together my Imperfectly Amazing one. And she does it in steps. Like she first does just a very skeletal, and then she starts adding on the layers.
Okay.
And, you know, and she helps
questionnaire?
you out, but she kind of has this vision and she knows to lay. And I mean, when I saw the last time we met, I was just like, oh,
Can you put it,
it's
give me her
so
contact
beautiful.
information? Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I will. I'll
great.
find
Oh, just send it to me at some point. Thanks.
Yeah.
Laura,
Yeah, I'll email it to you.
Is it, I can't remember her last name now, Laura Simpson? Hasn't
Yep.
she been with, oh, I'm getting her mixed up with, she's been into the Apex group before.
No, it's Laura Darwin.
No. It's
Allison.
Allison Darwin,
Allison.
Laura Bernie Simpson.
Oh,
Yeah,
There's
she's
two.
a designer. She's got a free thing right now for what's the top things you need to have on your website and like where should
Okay.
they be positioned and stuff. I'll put her Facebook group in the chat.
and then I think that a lot of websites have people in very corporate America, but I feel like you should be more approachable. Like a picture of you and your boys, and you and your handsome husband. Or,
I knew that was
like
coming.
very, like, because I think it'll make you approachable. I'm joking about your husband. I mean, of course, put him up there because he's cute, but I mean, make yourself like, hey, I'm the girl next door.
Yes.
And you can ask me anything. Like instead of, oh, I'm very sophisticated and smart, and then people
Right.
go, I'm afraid I'll be embarrassed if I have to ask her a dumb question.
Okay.
You don't want that.
Everybody's scared of bean counters.
To be communicated. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. No, definitely, because I'm definitely not stuffy at all.
Mm-mm.
At all. So,
I know, but you know, it's hard. You want to communicate that through the pictures.
okay.
Yeah, you a feeling of open and inviting.
And testimonies do
Which is
help
why Jenny's
your
working on my
page.
very open and inviting logo.
Nice.
Nice.
You heard the spot twice today. I'm so sorry.
Fine.
Thanks, Kayla. I just saw that Yoast, so I will definitely take a look at that. Well,
Great for those of us who are technologically challenged like myself, and they link to a lot of easy to understand articles. So you know me, I'm technologically challenged in the worst kind of way, and if I can understand it, anybody can.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Or you know what? Link to your podcast so that people can like hear you in action.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's what. So I will have C2 accounting will always be accounting for businesses, but I know that a lot of people are just, they're scared, and I want to kind of reach a broader audience, and so that's what the course and the podcast will be for.
Yeah,
So
and you know, I think
appreciate
it's a smart business model because you can transition the little guy to the bigger guy, and then you'll have the client on the other side. But you know, you can help get them there. Nobody's helping anybody get there. They just want to talk to you once you get there, but nobody tells you how to get there. You know what I mean?
Right. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful. Super.
I can't wait for this
productive
podcast.
And you're recording this, right, Clue?
Yes, I started a little late, but
No, that's fine. I usually trim
all
off
of like the suggestions and ideas were there.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I usually trim off the introductions because to keep it to like 30 minutes
Yeah,
instead of a whole hour. You know what I mean?
that's probably what it is, about 30 minutes.
Perfect. Great job, Carlene.
Thank you. And
You're
yeah,
very brave.
you guys have been just a wealth of information, and I saw the chats just popping like crazy. So
Yeah.
definitely want to get that chat feed from you, Kalua, at some
Yes,
point.
I will say that, and Anna, the rock star, sends it around to everybody.
Thank you.
I
You know,
just
it's
saved
funny.
it.
Kalua is a part-time virtual assistant for all these big coaches, and it's like funny that Anna is Kalua's virtual assistant. And then I want to just say something to Mary and Kelly. I wish there was Reiki for money, that you could like Reiki people's finances, heal their finances. Wouldn't that be so awesome?
Honestly, I would benefit from some help in that arena because
Sure.
I think I have had issues with making money by using what I consider kind of spiritual gifts. And I need some help undoing that notion that using these gifts, you know, to make money is
It's okay.
somehow taboo.
Very common. Yeah.
I've had issues with that too. I'm jumping in again.
Yeah,
And
always.
speaking to whether there's Reiki for money, I don't know that as a Reiki practitioner, and everyone who is more certified than I am, I'm just level 2, can chime in. But I mean, Reiki raises your vibration spiritually and keeps you sort of more peaceful and more calm. So I suppose if you're more peaceful and more calm, it would follow that you're less worried and that money might come to you more easily.
Yeah, it's a matter of, I'm working with a medical intuitive. It's a matter of digging some stuff out of my subconscious. That's all it is. It's subconscious beliefs that need to be shifted, and then I'll be able to move forward much more easily and joyfully.
And I've met medical doctors that suffer with that, and like why they would love to just heal everybody, and they feel bad charging money, and they feel bad that they have customers in collections, and it's a moral dilemma for them. And these are people who aren't cool Reiki people; they're boring pharmaceutical pimps, you know. So
yeah, and lawyers
you're not
suffer
the only
with it.
one. That's what I want to say.
And lawyers suffer with it as well. So lawyers are not soulless money grubbers.
Nobody thinks that.
Those of us who are, you know, servant oriented like doctors, there are many of us, and we have the same issues because a lot of these really high level expertise professions are also very high stress professions, and it follows that, you know, with expertise that you have as a doctor or a lawyer or an accountant, you're worth a lot. But then in the end, especially if you're a woman and you have issues with your own deservability, it feels wrong in some cases to charge people what you consider to be huge amounts of money for your service. Because these are service professions. Doctors cure people. Lawyers